Okay, so you've read tons of books and newspapers in English, and you think you've seen just almost every English movie that's streaming on Netflix nowadays. Also, you have people who think that you're a prolific writer and your grammar knowledge is impeccable. But why do you still think that you're not speaking English fluently? Let's talk about learning how to speak fluently so you can start speaking naturally and spontaneously like a native English speaker fast. Hello, Teacher Chris here from Gravy English, your go-to channel for everything about better English. So first things first, I would like to point out that it's almost impossible to say that you can be fluent in English if you're just starting out learning this foreign or second language, like you've been only studying or learning this foreign language for a few months. When you are fluent, you are able to express a plethora of your feelings and ideas to a native speaker or just any English speaker in a very natural and automatic way. Speaking in English is second nature to you, and words and sentences seem to just come out of your brain and your mouth naturally and automatically. And to be at that level, you need to have a very good foundation in terms of vocabulary, grammar, listening, reading, and writing. And for almost every English learner or any language learner, that level will be just above upper intermediate or advanced, and certainly not beginner. Having said that, I assume you are on that level wherein you feel you have the right, or you already have a lot of input in terms of reading, writing, listening, but you're not able to express yourself fluently. You catch yourself speaking in broken English, and conversations with native speakers or other English speakers is painful or stressful to you. Well, I know what you're feeling. I've been there like you. I'm also a non-native speaker, and I've been in those situations wherein I feel very awkward because I'm not able to really put into the right word or right sentence whatever I have in mind or whatever I'm feeling. But I also felt the joy of being appreciated and acknowledged because I am able to participate in exchanges with English native speakers, and I speak naturally and spontaneously as if I'm talking in my first language. So let me share with you some strategies that I've used to learn English, and also what I've learned from many years of teaching English as a foreign or second language. There are actually 6 strategies that you can start doing today so you can start speaking English fluently. And it's very easy to remember. Just don't forget the acronym FLUENT. Face your fear, listen to your own voice, understand and learn native English speech, echo, narrate, and talk to an English speaker. Right off the bat, you have to face your fear. Take it from beginner learners like me. Over the years, I realized that hesitation to speak as fluently as possible actually stems from that unfounded fear. Beginners or learners from any levels are actually afraid to speak out because they don't want to embarrass themselves. They're afraid to sound awkward or stupid. But we have to start somewhere, and that includes making a lot of mistakes. Just a little backstory. After I graduated from university, I got myself a call center job. And for the first few months, I took some competitive tests, and by stroke of luck, I was promoted to be part of the FAQ team, which at that time was sort of like the ones who know team. So because of that, I had to attend regular meetings and brainstorming sessions with Australian and American managers. And little people didn't know that actually I sort of hated those meetings with my managers, not because I didn't have bright ideas to contribute, but because I was not at ease taking part in conversations or business discussions. I was really struggling with speaking in English, and I felt I am not able to express myself well. I mean, I was okay with taking calls from customers because we had spiels and scripts to refer to and to help us, to guide us when we do our calls. But I think one of the managers noticed my hesitation and also other employees' hesitation. So they started giving us trainings, and one of those was giving impromptu speeches. So we had to deliver short speeches to a small crowd or small audience, and we talk about just basically anything and everything with little preparation. And the first thing I had to do that, I was really afraid, but I had to make a decision. I had to stand up to my fear and do what I had to do because my job is at stake. So anyway, I did it, and you know what? The speech was actually okay, and for just a few slips and some grammar mistakes and some stammering, my manager thought that it was alright. And looking back from now, I've actually come a long way. So you can do the same. Just really think why it's very important for you to speak English fluently now. So you can stand up to your fear and start speaking English fluently. Okay, the next one is to listen to your voice. My 17 years of teaching experience have taught me that one of the reasons we fail to speak English fluently is that we failed or we don't want to listen to our own voice. I mean, I have students who felt uneasy when they had to listen to recordings of their own voices. But I think if you need a boost to your confidence, you have to start recording yourself today and really listening to yourself speak, and also be the best critic of yourself. What you do is to spend a lot of time to do read aloud. Basically, you just get a page of your favorite novel, or even better, a movie script that you can get hold of, or you can even just read a page of your journal, or maybe that short story that you have written in the past. It's just practice reading aloud, and when you feel more comfortable, you can start recording yourself. And after recording yourself, you listen to your own voice. Pay attention to your own pronunciation, your intonation. Pay attention to how you read words, sentences, or phrases. Pay attention to your expressions. If you've seen movies, TV shows, or news in the past, most probably you'll be able to catch yourself making mistakes, so just correct accordingly. And if you're not confident about your judgment as to your pronunciation, then you can do it this way. You can grab an article from news websites online, but get those articles with audio versions, like from VOA News English or BBC News English, and then read those articles out loud and record yourself. After doing that, compare your recording to the native speaker's voice or speech. And who knows, you might actually find that you're great at speaking English. Okay, the next one is to understand and learn native English speech. You can say that you're a fluent speaker if native speakers actually understand what you say clearly and easily. So the key here is to be able to pronounce words and say sentences like native speakers do. So what you must do is to really understand and learn how native speakers speak in their own language. So what you do? You make it a habit to listen to short video clips. So download some video clips from the internet. A 3-minute video clip would be good. And then, the first time you watch it, do not watch with a subtitle. You just listen to everything and just pay attention to the rhythm, the intonation, or the pronunciation of the actors or speakers. And then watch the video again, this time with the subtitles. You can start taking down notes, like note their expressions or new vocabularies and also some idioms. And then the third time, you just listen to it again, just taking in everything and noting the rhythm or the speech music with how the speakers or actors speak. If you keep on doing this, then over time, you'll be able to spot the differences between your first language and the language of the native speaker. And after some time, you can already adopt the native English speaker's speech. Okay, so the next is echo native speakers. So this is actually a continuation of the third strategy that I was just describing a while ago. So what you do is, after you're done with watching with the subtitles, you pause every sentence and then you copy or imitate the native speaker's speech. And you copy exactly, or you say exactly what you hear out loud. Do not mumble, say it out loud. And once you're comfortable, you can go ahead and shadow the native English speaker. And then you can step up your practice and read along or speak along with the actors or speakers that you're watching. So keep doing this until you really sound like the native English speaker. The next one is to narrate. Now, one of the reasons that we actually get stuck when we are speaking, and also the reason why we're not speaking fluently, is because we translate sentences in our minds, and translating takes time. So get used to thinking in English. Practice narrating everything that you're doing or everything that's happening to you. And do this out loud. Do not mumble. You can practice by talking about the weather, or describing your commute, or how you're cooking breakfast, or describing what you're doing at work. Of course, do it alone, or the public might think you're crazy. You'll discover that you need some more vocabularies, and that will compel you to find out the right expressions to do it. Actually, I'm still doing it nowadays. Like just the other day, I noticed this frustrating habit of my baby again. When she's sitting down, she would try to make herself fall, but not in a very gentle way. And so I thought, what would be the right expression to describe this habit in English? So I consulted my friend Google, and I did related searches for baby fall, until eventually I stumbled upon this expression, which is throw herself backwards. Throw herself backwards. And I felt, yes, that was the right expression to say that. So you can do the same. Just realize that when you narrate out loud, you'll also be able to expand your vocabulary, because at that moment you'll be able to find better expressions to express your thought. And when you are in real situations or real conversations with English speakers, then you know what's the right word or expression to use. So we're on to our last one, which is talk to English speakers. And this is actually the very point or the very reason you would like to speak fluently. To be able to speak confidently, naturally, and spontaneously with native or just other proficient English speakers. So go ahead and talk to native speakers. And this is very important, not just so you can get over your inhibition or you can finally practice, but also if you have a speaking partner or a learning buddy to speak with, you'll have someone to point out your mistakes or your errors. So find out someone you can learn with. Of course, the best thing to do that is to travel maybe to a foreign or English speaking country and find someone to speak with. But well, nowadays that cannot be done, or maybe it's expensive or costly for you, but you have the internet as your friend, so maybe find a teacher to help you with that, or maybe find a website or some social groups with English learners and then practice with them. or maybe find a relative or friend from another country and practice talking with them. So just the point is, just practice with someone and get used to speaking English spontaneously and naturally. So there are 6 strategies that you can do today so you can start speaking English fluently. Don't forget, fluent. Face your fear, listen to your voice, understand and learn native speech, echo, narrate, and talk to English speakers. I hope you learned something valuable today. See you again in the next video. Bye!